Welcome back to Absolute Comics. My name is Benny the Sick, and that is Sal the Victorious. He has gone through another flu season, not to be sick ever again, and I have now jinxed him.
Thank you. Wonderful. It's easy to do when you're sick. You're like, you'll get sick. No, we all get sick. Like, okay. Thank you.
Today's sponsor is going to be us. This hot sauce is. Check it out. Go sign up and get yourself a bottle of This Hot Sauce Is using the link down below, or sign up here for YouTube memberships to get behind-the-scenes talks that we do on Twitch over there on YouTube. That's it. So, yeah, let's do this. First off, today's top. Where's my stuff? Comics. What have you read? Let's start there.
Oh man, comic books, baby.
Are you reading Jeremy Adams' Hal Jordan Green Lantern?
No, no, I should be.
Today, but it's up to you if I can spoil this, and the chat's gonna have to mute if they don't want to hear it. Okay?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
6 issues concluded, and I just want to say, when I read the finale to it,
yeah,
I was sitting here in the office this morning at 7 a.m. and I'm reading, and I'm like, what the f-? Like, I literally yelled it out. I had to stop reading and walk around for a moment. Like, it threw me off so bad.
Oh, okay.
The reveal that they do at the end of this, and I wanted to bring it up, but.
Oh man, it's drawn by Zermanico. Wow,
it's so good. It's so good.
All right, I'll read the first 6 issues.
Okay, let's do that because I want to know what your reaction is to the reveal at the end of it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So that'll be better. Plus, that way I don't spoil it the day it comes out to the entire chat out here.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're only getting 8 issues of this series.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How is it already ending?
I don't know.
Just unpacked so much shit.
Yeah, now the solicitations only go until issue 8, so maybe they just don't have the covers.
It's not paced out like it's going to end in 2 issues. I'll tell you that right now.
Good. I hope not.
So I'm hoping this. Maybe it's just solicited for that right now because Jeremy Adams has had kind of like a hit or miss run with his Flash.
That's true. Yeah.
So So anyway,
have you read any of City of Madness? I haven't read any of City of Madness.
No, I haven't read any of that yet.
Me either.
But did read the latest Batman though, right?
Yeah, I read last week's Batman.
Yeah, that's the latest. We can talk about that openly because that's a week old.
Let's do it.
Okay, I stand by my statement. This might be my favorite Batman run ever. On the caveat. On the caveat. What is Zur-En-Arrh? That's gonna decide if this whole run sucks.
Right.
Or
is it an alien costume? Like, is it going to be a symbiote of some kind?
Is it
going to be
Batmite? Is it a symbiote?
Batmite?
Is it really a personality? And I don't know what I want it to be right now. I don't know what I would be okay with.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we've kind of done. I mean, like, you know, the implication of like, oh no, it's the Zur-En-Arrh of the multiverse. I feel like they're like, well, we're done with that. Like this issue, they were like, here they are, and now they're gone.
Yeah, I do find it a bit weird. I also find it weird that he's already out of the body. So whatever's happening,
I was like, already?
I feel like we're wrapping this up already, and I'm like, why?
No, I looked it up. Apparently, like, yeah, no, it is wrapping up. Like, it is wrap. They call it. I'm looking up ahead. Like, there's I want to see which. Yeah, it's issue 141, the stunning conclusion to Mind Bomb.
But that's just Mind Bomb. Zur-En-Arrh has been here since Failsafe.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean Zur-En-Arrh is gone. It just means that Mind Bomb is over.
Yeah, it means this arc is over. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, dude, there's no way you could just wrap it up. Like, I'll tell you, if they wrap it up in one issue and Zur-En-Arrh is just gone and the answer was,
that'll suck.
It was a weird thing in Bruce's head. Yeah, it would be terrible. The whole concept's gone.
No, I mean, Zur-En-Arrh is like the uniting, like, plot thread throughout the entire run.
That's what I mean. Like, you cannot end it with Zur-En-Arrh getting into Failsafe's body and calling it a day. Like, so Batman beats him. You can't do that. You have to do something else. Now, maybe he'll beat him this issue and Zur-En-Arrh goes somewhere and we find out more later.
Yeah, but we just did that. Like, it'd actually be really funny if Failsafe and Batman fight and then Failsafe Zur-En-Arrh goes away again, like for a couple of arcs, like he did last time.
No, but Zur-En-Arrh didn't go away. Just Failsafe did.
No, that's true. No, I'm saying, but Failsafe is returned now. Yeah, but with Zur-En-Arrh in his body, so, and then he just leaves again. That's what I would expect.
Just bolts.
Where he's like, okay, you've beaten me again. Whoosh.
Oh, okay. There's only really 2 options as to what's going to happen in that next issue that comes out next week, and that is Zur-En-Arrh is going to be defeated and flee again, or Batman's going to be defeated and Zur-En-Arrh controls Gotham again. I mean,
oh my god, I can't handle.
Neither of those sounds very appealing right now. Can you imagine that one? Wait, so Batman, not only did you lose Gotham again, you lost it to the robot again?
Right? You mean the robot that took over Gotham and like plugged Barbara into computers to like anticipate the superheroes,
Yeah.
but there's no tie-in to show you any of that.
Dude,
Like,
it was such that would have been the better Chip Zdarsky crossover.
yes.
But the worst part about that is Failsafe just left. He just, oh, I got Bruce, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, and now he's back with Zur-En-Arr. I guess like what Zur-En-Arr called him and was like, "All right, come on."
Well,
down, you
Zur-En-Arr
don't have
built him,
anybody."
so who knows? Zur-En-Arr probably just knew where he went.
Oh yeah. Well, we also
That's
see in
my
like one of the backups we saw that like he trained him too. Like the Zur-En-Arr trained Failsafe and like fought
Yeah.
him and stuff. It was like, all right.
So I think the only thing I would like if Mind Bomb is ending next issue,
Yes.
Zur-En-Arr doesn't per se leave, but he also doesn't conquer Gotham.
I mean, I hope not. That's the last thing I want to see. It does feel like I will
He
say
wants to
this.
be the Batman. So
Yeah.
what if Mind Bomb just ends with Batman doesn't defeat him, but he
Yeah.
also doesn't conquer Gotham? It moves into the next arc
Yeah.
where
Honestly,
they're both in Gotham battling it out, basically.
yeah. I think this is the issue where they're going to show you. Like they're going to that'll be the big reveal. If Zur-En-Arr is like an evil invading entity and not just Bruce Wayne screwing up royally,
Which
we will
I
find out
personally think it is that now.
yeah.
With,
No,
with the multiverse thing, I think
Yeah.
it's that. I think there's something more to it than just Bruce Wayne
Definitely.
really messed up.
yeah. I think that's definitely what's happening. With that, I think we're going to see that reveal. Like we won't see the defeat of Zur-En-Arr, but now we're gonna see like him call the Bat Family. Hey guys, it wasn't my fault. I didn't mess up Jason. That was an alien in my head.
But they all knew.
Thinking,
They all knew Zur-En-Arr was doing all this.
well, but they're still mad.
Yeah, because they knew that Bruce made Zur-En-Arr. Like,
Right, but what if he didn't? What if Bruce thought he did? You know, the same way that like Peter thought he had a costume that responded to his thoughts, but really it was an alien that was influencing him.
right.
I mean, Batman's alien costume saga being Zur-En-Arr is fine with me.
I'm still down with
so
that
okay with
being
that.
the plot, because that could be the reveal, and then the alien has to figure out another plan, but now we know what it is and what's going on.
Right?
So you could still keep this villain around, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, Zur-En-Arr Batman. Like the pitch of
I just don't want this to become a different villain already. I don't want a Requiem situation. Remember that from the Marvel era where they came
Oh,
out with this
yeah,
villain
Requiem.
And we're like,
Yeah.
this villain looks cool, cool weapon, cool power set. Oh, it's Gamora.
Yeah. I mean, this is the villain. I mean, like, I think, you know, the pitch was Failsafe is the villain. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's cool. I mean, I don't really care, but whatever. But now it's like, no,
Made for a cool concept though.
right. But like now it's still Failsafe, but the Batman of Zur-En-Arr is officially out of Batman's head in a robot body that we've already proven he can't really beat. So
Right.
it's like it's essentially like
not proven that he can't really beat it. He got destroyed. There was no he might win.
yeah. No, I mean,
he had
seriously.
to fall from space just to get away for a few moments.
In all honesty, doesn't that like the idea of Batman like running from Failsafe and like going to the ends of the earth and beyond to escape him, and Failsafe being like an evil, dark reflection of Batman, doesn't that sound like Venom?
Yeah.
So like, if you put Zur-En-Arr, a sadistic, you know, anti-Batman Batman in the body of like an unkillable robot, you've essentially created a Venom for Batman. And so
I mean,
you
he
don't
thinks
need to,
he's
like,
the superior Batman. That's his whole argument. I am the better
Exactly.
Batman.
no, so like a superior Batman in a Terminator body, or a superior Batman that is just an unkillable robot that thinks it's freaking Batman and thinks it's better than the one that it came from. That's a Venom character. Like that's a great recipe for a villain. And you know, as much as I'm not blown away. I don't dislike any of these ideas, and I think pitching evil, like pitching Batman's Venom saga, is without it, you know, capital V, but Venom also is you know, Venom's obviously the drug that Ben takes, so like forget about that. But the Batman's Venom costume, like alien costume saga, is a great pitch and a decent villain. Like I think that's a cool idea. I'm not blown away by it, but I don't dislike any of these ideas
Right.
personally.
I mean, like I said, I haven't disliked anything that has happened in the Chip Zdarsky run. Gotham War is a little messy, but I liked it at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I love
Um,
the multiversal story, but I
yep.
wish it wasn't so ugly.
That's the other issue I have with that one. Yeah, they've all got their issues. They're not perfect. I did just think of one thing though. This started at 125. What's the longest run Chip has done other than Daredevil? Because I think
Right.
Daredevil is the longest he's done.
Spectacular Spider-Man, right? He was on Spectacular for a while.
But did it go like 30, 40, 50 issues, or did it
I
go
don't
the
think so.
usual?
I think it went like 25 or something like that.
Yeah,
I'll have to look that up.
because like we're basically at a point now where we're 15 issues plus a crossover because you got a bunch in there. So we're probably about 20 issues into the Zernar thing.
Mhm.
If it keeps on pace with what Chip does, we got about 10 left. So he's gonna finish Mind Bomb, and then we're probably gonna have the big hurrah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did 24 issues, it looks like,
Yeah.
of Spectacular.
I'm just saying he's not. He seems to like telling a very tight knit story.
No, it's true. Chip doesn't like to overstay his welcome. The only reason why I'm like, because
Because Daredevil, I actually, if you read Daredevil, going into City Rain or what's it called?
Devil's Reign.
Devil's Reign. You go Daredevil, Devil's Reign, and then you go into the wacky finale.
Yeah.
That moved way too quick.
Oh no, I
You read
loved
that, right? The Daredevil
Yeah.
Chip Zdarsky finale.
I championed that run. And once we got to the island, I'm like, I mean,
I don't mind it. I'm covering it. We're recording it right now for Comic Storian. We're putting it on
Yeah.
the channel. It's going up to YouTube memberships right now. I actually don't mind the run. I feel like it's a movie. I feel like it needed double the issues it's got
yeah, it did.
because everything is happening way too quick.
It went real fast, but also like nothing happened, and I could feel that nothing was going to happen, and it like, yeah, it was a disappointment. I was
It's a
disappointed.
defeat of the hand, but like in one issue, we defeat the hand. And the
Like,
next issue, we have the amulet. And the next
Yeah.
issue, the Avengers show up, and they're gone. And then,
Yeah, like we beat the hand and the amulet, but we needed an event for Devil's Reign, which is just Civil War 5.
yeah,
Like that sucks. Not that the book sucks. It sucks that that's how it was executed. But the only reason why I even suspect, like, I think if I hadn't heard that Chip loves Batman and has declared, and I don't know, the thing is, Chip's really good at like his own branding and how like you can't trust what he says because it could have been a joke the whole time. But it seems like he has said, I'll be on Batman until they kick me off the book. Like,
but that doesn't mean that he didn't write a 30-issue arc, a 30-issue arc. You know what I mean? He could have just written it the way he's used to writing. Just
Yeah.
wrote many of those. You
right,
know?
it's true. I just that if I never knew that Chip really wanted to write Batman, or that like he wants to keep doing Batman for like a while, I would think that he's done. Like that this next issue will be his run on Batman forever.
Right. I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I don't think so.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you want Zernar / Failsafe
Mhm.
to have a pretty much finite conclusion
Mhm.
within the next 10 issues?
Right.
Or would you prefer Zernar Failsafe Batman becomes like a reoccurring villain throughout Chip's run?
Ugh. I think more the former. I don't want to like. I think this is a fun villain or a fun concept. I appreciate that he created him, so he wants to give his definitive run. But like, I don't want to keep reading about like. I'm already done with Zernar. Like, I don't want to hear about Zernar at all. I do genuinely feel like Chip is like doing everything he can with the backups and the main story to put everything back. Like, he's not making Alfred back to life. Like, he's not bringing Alfred back to life, though I think he did try in the multiverse story. I genuinely feel like the Vandal Savage story is just him being like, I want you to be aware of Wayne Manor, what's been going on with it, and just be reminded that it is a key central player in Batman's life.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get it back at the end of my arc.
Oh yeah, no, I could tell. Well, I could see that. I mean, Batman has to eventually get back Wayne Manor. I'm actually surprised, even before Chip, even back with James Tynan's run, once they took Wayne Manor away from Batman,
yeah,
it's like been a footnote. You never see Batman mention it. You never see anybody bring it up. The only thing that ever comes up is, I went back to the brownstone.
Right.
I
went back to the brownstone. He's like in a more cramped space, but he is in no way changed. Like, I remember when James Tynion IV was like, "Oh boy, we're really changing up things with this one." And it's like, you didn't. No one else wanted to tell that story. Everyone else was clearly either like being respectful enough to not immediately undo it, or they wanted to see where it led. And no one found any rich like soil to
Right,
plant
there's nothing
anything
coming
in.
out. I mean, now Vandal Savage has Wayne Manor, so that became something at least for Gotham War.
As a backup.
Yeah,
Like I guarantee you, a third of the Batman readers don't even know there's a freaking backup about Vandal Savage in the Batman book.
I will guarantee you that just like some people aren't aware Alfred is dead, but will tell me that Batman resets every year. Uh, there's also an even larger portion that don't even know that Batman lost Wayne Manor.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh no.
for those who want to argue about Batman always resets, Batman lost Wayne Manor in like 2019. It was like
Yeah.
the thing that happened immediately after the death of Alfred.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he lost. He is not even rich anymore. He
Yeah.
did like
These are plot points that have existed since 2019.
yeah. Yeah.
But I love.
Insane.
Oh, but American comic books always reset. Sal, they always reset.
Oh yeah, and the garbage and they're not as good as they were 45 years ago.
No, not at all. No.
No. But I do enjoy this
Tevye.
run.
I forgot about Alfred dying. No, you didn't, Tevye.
No, you didn't.
Thank you for keeping that going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jace Fox Batman. Yeah, whatever happened to him? He's still technically Batman.
He still exists.
Yeah,
he's still there.
somewhere.
Just like other characters that were like I'm sure Miracle Molly is
I want to talk
running
about
around
that
somewhere.
real quick, actually. Jace
Yeah.
Fox Batman.
Jace Fox Batman.
Talk about getting shit on by the rest of the Bat family. He got the Batwoman treatment. They were
Yeah,
like, here's a character, cool idea, cool backstory, but we don't want them in the Bat family. So we're going to put them over here and you're all going to forget they exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't he in New York right now?
That's his Gotham City. But like that's because Jace Fox was an invention for like the Jace Fox pitch was like a 5G meets future state thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
he didn't even have a reason to become Batman. Luke at least had a reason.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't like it, but the creator was like, but I want to get paid for like when they make Jace Fox figures and stuff. And it's like they're not going to be making.
They're never making a Jace Fox. I'm going to look that up. Is there even one? Did they?
Yeah, right.
One?
I wonder. I know there's like I think there is. I believe there is a Jace Fox figure from McFarlane, but I think that's only because McFarlane's like, well, that's a Batman. That's going out.
There's one figure, and it's the Batman Future State. So it's not even his current suit.
No,
it's just the one from Future State where no one knew who he was because he wore the full face mask.
Yeah, which was a cool suit. But like, yeah, I loved it when it was called Nightfall Batman. But yeah, it's it's a weird situation. I read a little bit of it. I read it mostly for Darrington's art when he first like launched the series, and I
liked it originally when it launched, but I will say the first book, his origin, way too long for him to become Batman.
Right?
It was like 20 issues, and at the end, he's like, I'm Batman. What?
Oh, you're not. By the time you did that, Batman came back.
That's the best part. They're like, I am Batman. This is the new Batman book. It took so long for him to be like, I am Batman, and here's the suit.
Yeah.
Bruce was back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and remember when it was like Batman was like Detective Batman, and it was like I look like my 0-year suit, and he's running around, and maybe he's old now, and then they went, I don't know, never mind.
I actually liked that story, that idea that everyone thought he was dead, and he was working incognito, and that lasted like 6 issues.
Yeah, and then Dawn of DC, throw it all out, which is fine by me. I was not like. I don't know. Everyone's always clamoring for like, oh, give me something different. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, like, I'll just take new and inventive, awesome stories starring the characters.
Like fail-safe Batman?
Like, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the pitch, but I don't want to be reminded of him every 5 minutes. Like, I
want this to come to a conclusion. I want to see what Chip can do without having fail-safe Zora running around.
Exactly. Like,
because Batman and Robin is great, and it reminds me of what just Batman and Robin looks like.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Chip's take on just classic Batman because Batman the Knight's a really fun story.
Yes. I mean, honestly, like doing more parallels to like Spider-Man Black Costume sagas, you could like the Hobgoblin saga, where it was like there's an entire run of there are collections and so forth of like the Alien Costume Saga. There's no like story about the suit. It's more like here's a collection of stories about Spider-Man wearing the suit, where the suit is occasionally coming to life and puppeting his body until finally he like realizes it's alive and fights it. But the rest of it is just regular old Spider-Man stories. Right. This Batman safe stuff could be really fun if they want to keep going with it for like several arcs, where it's like let's get comfortable in this world. Failsafe could be a problem slash Zernar, and I guess that's what we're doing. Is like, you know, he's not the main focus. You know, but now that he has shown up and been like, I am the main focus, it's kind of like, oh well, I guess that's over. Like, I guess.
Yeah, well,
I guess
I like that he wasn't the main focus, and we didn't really know which Bruce was in charge, Zernar or Bruce. But
Yeah.
now he's in a separate body. Like
Yeah.
I thought when he killed Joker, which by the way, people, I guess it's leaked out there already. What happened to the Joker?
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently he's broken. I don't know where it got leaked, but he's broken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he nightfalled him. He was like,
You got baned, bitch.
You got baned. That's right. He got baned.
Yeah, he
but
broke him
there's
like
two
he said he
more.
was going to.
Yeah.
But I would love to have seen that Batman in control longer.
Yeah.
Like Bruce struggling against him for maybe an arc or two. You wouldn't be able to make him like the main focus. You'd have to have like Nightwing fighting against him or figuring it out. The
Yeah.
Batman book suddenly becomes about Nightwing figuring out what this like pseudo evil Batman's doing.
Yeah. Dude, if it was, because I mean, like, the book could be about, you know, and I think it kind of is, you know, like Zeranar Batman, when he's talking, when he's taking over, he is kind of like echoing what people like me are saying, you know, where he's like, you were better when you didn't have a big family, when you were just a loner on a gargoyle fighting Joker, and like, you know, you were like, this is who Batman really is. And it's like, obviously it's coming from the perspective of the villain, so he's supposed to be wrong, and we can see how like Batman's evolved and grown and changed, and like Batman was that, but like now he's not. And we're doing new stories about like Batman with an expansive family, and he's like more well adjusted and stuff like that. Okay. But it would be fun if Zeranar Batman like took steps, because we also need things to be kind of cyclical and bring like the status quo back, where like if they had done what you suggested, where it's like Zeranar Batman took over and like he's been running and he's been being Batman for like 6 months, and I can imagine Zeranar Batman like, you know, he does his thing, he's like, yeah, he's like, all I need is the signal to come on. Oh right, like the Gotham City Police Department's been run by this guy, and like Renee's commissioner, and this random person who like I think Mariko Tamaki and Jamestown the Fourth were really excited about being the mayor, and nobody else. And he was like, that guy is the mayor, and he's a problem.
Mayor Nakamura, I think it is.
Yeah, like, or Tanaka? I don't remember.
It was either Nakamura or Tanaka.
Yeah, I don't recall. I don't remember his name.
He came out of nowhere and was suddenly important. I was like,
right, he's like, I'm the mayor, and it's like the mayor of Gotham is so unimportant. Like, he is dead. The mayor of Gotham is always has one foot in the grave because he's gonna be kidnapped by Two-Face or something. Yep. But you get that. Nakano, thank you, Mayor Nakano. But it'd be great if Zeranar Batman like Machiavellianly, you know, like manipulated Gordon into becoming the commissioner again, and like
fixed everything.
Right, like put it all back, because like it has to get back to where he like the signal needs to come on. Well, the only person who turned the signal on was Gordon. Gordon has to be the commissioner again, so he like, you know, knocks the dominoes over to reach these things. So Gordon is like, you know, Gordon gets a call like, hey, all your debts have been paid and all your stuff's over. He's like, what? That's weird. Like, why did that happen? You know, and like
Zeranar Batman stupid rich right now.
I don't even know. I don't know what Gordon's
doing. I think he got paid for the Joker situation.
Okay, I remember when he was like a private detective and he was like living in garbage. There's an amazing backup story with I think Cy Spurrier was writing it. It's really
Gordon's
really
disappeared ever since he tracked the Joker to Texas.
Well, there you go. You know what I mean? But like, you know, he just Zeranar Batman's like, Batman's always rich. So he just steals all of his money back from Lucius Fox, you know, or he's just been using it. He's just been like dipping into it. And he's like, there's so much money in there, no one will notice, especially because I have like various shell companies that even Batman doesn't know about because I'm Zeranar. And it's just like, he does all these things to put things back, you know, like, oh, and Jason is, and if you want to go really toxic with it, you'd be like, and Jason should be dead.
Oh, that's what I like. Tevi on our chat brought up. He's like, another Gotham Bat Family Civil War. Let me ask, because everyone loves to say things like another one.
Yeah.
What was the last real Bat Family Civil War we had? We had Gotham War, and it lasted one issue of it.
Yeah.
We haven't had a civil war. Like, the family has not turned against Batman. When was the last action?
I don't know.
The family's always sided with Batman up until Gotham War. We had one issue of them actually fighting about it.
Yeah, I don't recall like the last.
I think Battle for the Cowl was the last.
Oh
time
yeah, that's right.
I think it's the last family civil war I could think of.
Right, and Batman wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't.
You know? So yeah, it's just
Robin War wasn't a civil war. Robin War was all these kids who wanted to become
was a
Robin
bunch of
doing
random Robins. That was
which we all forget existed because technically at this point we've now got 16 Robins.
yeah. Right, because of Robin War, there's so many more Robins. But yeah, it's just yeah,
I like your idea though. I don't think he's gonna do that to have
no.
but I think it'd be fun if we just make Batman a villain. Now,
Mhm.
but we do it like in this way where he's a villain, but he's not really. He's just the true Batman.
Yeah,
And true
exactly.
Batman wouldn't work with you. Like
No. Yeah, yeah.
it'd be like superior Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where
Yeah.
like, okay, we got a villainous Spider-Man in here, and he's gonna slowly get more and more evil. But we're gonna
Right,
see how
right,
that
but,
goes.
like, he is doing what he believes is good. It's not like he is evil Spider-Man. Evil Spider-Man was Venom,
Yeah.
you know, until he got too popular and they needed to make him into an antihero. Superior Spider-Man is, like, hardcore Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, Failsafe could be, or Zur-En-Arrh Batman could be hardcore Batman. Or you start out, you do the same thing, where it's like, he could be a lethal protector. He's evil Batman. Until he becomes something else.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what Chip does with it at this point, though, because we're at
I
the
can't
end of
predict
his
it.
normal length, and I can't
Yes,
predict it
that's
either.
true.
Because when he was still in the head, I thought he was going to take over Batman's body eventually, but now
Yeah.
he's in a robot body. So what does that mean?
Right?
Well-
Yeah, we also need to fix Batman's hand because it's a robot for something.
I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, because it's like, why?
That better come back at some point, other than that one time where he's like, "I crushed a guy with it by mistake."
Oh yeah, no one wants to write about that. I'm sure. I bet if you ask half the bullpen at DC, they'd be like, "Batman has a robot hand." I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's another thing. Batman is a robot hand. The Wayne Manor's gone, and Alfred is dead.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the rest of our topics. Sal, how did you feel about the ending of Daredevil? Like again, what did you think of that particular portion of the run where he went to hell and he had to retrieve Foggy and
Meh.
yeah? Well, it won graphic novel of the year.
Oh, graphic novel of the year from whom?
IGN gave
Oh wow.
the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil graphic novel of the year. Apparently,
I mean, it was a great run. I feel like it just like slammed into a wall at the end.
I'm looking to see if it counts all of it, and it does. It counts the whole run from the looks of things.
Okay. Why?
The winner is, in the end, however, it was a superhero who won the day. Marvel's monthly Daredevil series claimed the top spot, narrowly edging out on top of Chainsaw Man with a 37.5 vote. Oh, they were doing a vote, so this was like fan picked.
Yeah, wow. Because I was gonna say, if you want to, like Daredevil, the Daredevil like collection isn't even the best Chip Zdarsky Marvel collection you can get from 2023.
No,
Because there's that amazing omnibus that just came out of like all of it. You know, Life Story and Spider Shadow, I think, is in there, and it's just great.
Yeah, no, this says the final leg of the series chronicled Daredevil's attempt to reform the faction of the hand into the fist. We get to see when Daredevil commits wholly to his costume persona and gives up being Matt Murdock. Yeah. So the runner-up was Chainsaw Man, which I still think the first 11 volumes is incredible. I don't know what Akane Banashi?
I don't know.
I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but someone will tell me I'm wrong. Wonder Woman Historia was a runner-up.
Okay.
And X-Men. Hellfire Gala was where they're coming from. So
That's
just X-Men from the year.
Right, just X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men. I mean, X-Men's gotten me to get back to reading X-Men. I'm enjoying it. Fall of X got me to stop reading a lot of the ancillary books so I could just figure out the is going on in Fall of X.
Yeah.
All right, next up on our news topics, we got Zachary Levi is salty about Sean Gunn being cast in the James Gunn thing. When you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, I guess you get to play who you want. Zachary Levi, not only does he seem salty, I don't think he ever wants to work with James Gunn again.
I mean, I
if
feel
he does,
like
he doesn't look like it.
I feel like he knows he's not.
Yeah.
Like, I think he knows he's out, and so he's like, let me start some crap, like, for no reason. Well, except for the reason being,
my Shazam movie bombed, so they're not bringing me back.
Exactly. Like, Shazam is not I mean, it's just like Eternals. I mean, like, I was remember being like, why are you making a Shazam movie at all?
Oh yeah,
it's good.
The Shazam movies, I like them. They're good.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, the same question. Why are you making it? I liked Eternals, but why did we make that? There's so many other options.
I know. That was like, you could take all the money from Eternals and make like 2 X-Men movies out of it.
The moment that Shazam had Zachary Levi and The Rock, and then The Rock made it into 2 movies, I would have said, this is the end of this, because we're not, the point of Shazam would be to fight Black Adam.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
where we're going with this, so that we shouldn't make these movies.
Exactly.
Or we fire The Rock and get somebody else. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I know, right? You could do, I mean, I wouldn't even bother because, like, I think Black Adam was a like you don't need a Black Adam in yours. Like, you don't need a Black Adam is not like a priority for your DC cinematic universe. Yeah, powering
Um,
through.
yeah,
No,
back to the Shazam thing.
yeah, what a jackass! Like, I just love like when you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, you get to play who you want. Okay, I'm starting to think like I guess I understand why they killed off the Warriors 3 without so much as like a whisper.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, he
remember,
was on that.
yeah, he was in that, and like you could do some like really fun stuff with the Warriors 3, and they were like, but we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna. I liked Shazam, and I thought Zachary Levi was like, fun, but I won't miss him.
No. The old DC, like I much as I love some parts of the old DCEU, it needs to all go away. I firmly believe it all needs to go away, and we just start over, and you need a fresh start.
Exactly, you need a fit.
No more carrying
Regardless of how
over,
you
no more
feel.
bringing up like Aquaman 2. Just let that be the end of this, and just call it a day. Just call it a day.
I completely agree. And I'm looking forward to seeing, since they announced Peacemaker season 2. I'm like, are you going to have like a different intro or something to show that it's over there?
Yeah.
Because it has to be.
Either that or if it gets multiverse in.
Right.
I mean, what if, okay, Peacemaker, let's talk about that for a moment.
Yeah.
What if the plot for Peacemaker 2 is he's the only guy that remembers the original timeline?
He's the psycho pirate of the
yeah,
DC
the psycho
cinematic
pirate.
universe.
Like that's a running character trope you can easily use.
Right.
He got carried over. The world's different.
Or he's the MCU. He's the MCU Deadpool of the DC universe.
Suddenly he knows everything.
That's fine with me. I'd be okay with that.
Next topic we got here is the animated show Spider-Man Freshman Year has officially been retitled to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, what a great name.
Already a show named that?
No, there's a comic book named that, but the Spider-Man cartoons are all either Spider-Man or Spider-Man plus word, like Spider-Man Limited or Ultimate Spider-Man or Marvel's Spider-Man.
It's going to be coming out in 2024 alongside X-Men 97 and the animated Black Panther series I didn't know existed.
Yeah, what?
I like how Dan just writes that in there like a footnote. Like, oh, and the Black Panther show you didn't know existed.
Yes, Eyes of Wakanda, the animated series, coming in 2024. Like, what? I didn't hear that. Okay.
No.
That's cool. Yeah, back in 2021.
It could be.
An untitled Wakanda series for Disney Plus was announced, but there's been no details other than the fact that it was developed by Ryan Coogler and it would feature a possible star, Denai Guira's Okoye, thought to be a live action series. Perhaps it has turned into an animated production.
Oh, I do remember words of the live action going around that there was a possibility.
I do remember that.
And I remember us both being like, I mean, like I loved Wakanda, but I don't want to watch a whole show about Okoye.
I'm not watching a show about like not Black Panthers.
Yeah,
because like, look, it's not 1996 anymore. Like if you're gonna do a show about a superhero, it better be the show, especially if you're going to relegate.
Secret Invasion has proven we cannot do a show about superheroes with no superheroes.
Yeah, throw that crap in the garbage. Like, like people are split on Moon Knight, right? There's people who love
because Moon Knight was barely in it,
right? But it was Moon Knight though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It wasn't like it was about one or two or three of the Mark Spector personalities interacting with somebody else. It was Moon Knight. Okay,
right, I'll give you that.
One way or another, it is at least a Moon Knight show. That's what we're ready for. The audience is here for the show to star the hero. And if you're gonna make look, like I wouldn't expect a newly cast Wonder Man to be the fulcrum upon which the entire next Avengers movie rests. But if you're gonna make a Wonder Man show, commit. But don't make like. If you're going to make an X-Men, the next X-Men movie or property they make outside of X-Men 97, which is, again, a cartoon show that stars the effing X-Men. But the next X-Men thing you do had better not be like Generation X or like Hellions. It better be X-Men. People want the thing they're here for, not a thing.
Every X-Men show and cartoon has been about the core X-Men. And then they'll add a few new characters so we fall in love with them, like Kitty Pryde or X-23 or things like that.
Exactly. But I'm not here for like a sword show. You know, the Agents of Shield period is over.
Yep. Sadly, it is. And the last thing here is Chip Zdarsky is telling us all to throw away our Spider-Man trades because his new one is coming out with 936 pages.
There we go. Yeah, that's right. He's got a new huge book, and he tells you all about it on his YouTube channel.
Yep. And to end this, I want to throw one of our viewers under the bus because they decided to say, "Oh, it's just you who doesn't like Moon Knight." No, actually, just because I like to make fun of people. According to this, 30% of people also didn't like Moon Knight. So,
oh, Metacritic. Well, that's right there. I mean, yeah,
it did not get over 7. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who didn't like Moon Knight. Okay,
right.
I'm probably more in favor of liking Moon Knight than that 30% bracket. So
it's true. I am in the 30% who did not like Moon Knight at all. But
I think it had some good moments. I just feel like it should have been a 3-episode show with Moon Knight in it.
Well, look, I'm sure there's a fan edit out there of a pretty. I'm sure there's a
Moon
movie
Knight
script.
Yeah, I was like, of a movie script of it out there.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, okay, what we want you to do, we're Marvel Studios. If you're gonna make a show for us, write a movie script, but add another 150 pages.
I'm telling you right now, you attack me when I'm sick. We're throwing gloves. We're throwing hands are thrown.
That's right. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Absolute Comic Style. You gotta read Green Lantern. I really want to talk about it.
That's a good point. Yes. No. Thank you for reminding me. Green Lantern, Jeremy Adams. I will read it.
It's incredible. Yeah, don't forget to check out thishotsauceis.com to get Hoppin' Hatch and Jalapeno, our flavor right here. You can also support us by doing YouTube memberships or just like and subscribe right here on YouTube or do subscriptions here on Twitch. Also supports the show and keeps it going. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time right here.